Hello, everyone. Welcome to Anthropology 101, Biological Anthropology at Ohlone College. My name is Professor Reynolds, and I'll be teaching this fully online course. So as you can see here, we're on the course homepage. I just want to go over some key information about the class, the layout on Canvas, and then a few things from the syllabus. And then you all can get started in the class. So first off, here's my email, a link to the syllabus, and a link to the course textbook. On the left, you'll see the announcements tab, the tab for grades, and the Zoom button. This will be for office hours. I'll be posting about office hour times in a week or so in the announcements. And then most of the course content is in the modules tab. So first, I would like to go over the syllabus with you all, and then a brief overview of what the modules look like for each week. All right, so as you noticed, this class has an open source textbook, which means you don't need to purchase a book. Instead, you can either just click on this link to read the book online and follow along with the course materials, or I've also linked the chapters that you need to read for each week in the weekly modules. Each week will have all of the content in it that you need. The modules have the readings, extra videos, lab activities, discussions, quizzes, etc. It's all in the weekly module. So each week, there will be a discussion post, at least one lab activity. Some have a couple activities, and a lab quiz, not a lab quiz, just a regular quiz. The lab quizzes will happen after each kind of unit of information, and there'll be 4 of those. They'll be going over all the material from the lab activities. All right, so first off, the discussion board assignments are pretty straightforward. You're responding to the prompt and to other students. The lab activities, you'll follow the activity prompt and submit them as Word or PDF files. And then the weekly quizzes are based on the readings. The lab quizzes, as I stated a second ago, are based off of the readings and the lab activities. And then the exams are primarily based on the readings. So for each of these assignments, you're going to make sure to submit them by Sunday night at 11:59. You usually have 1 week to do all of your assignments for the module. So on a weekly basis, you'll have a discussion post, at least one lab activity, and a regular quiz. A couple weeks do have multiple lab activities, but they're usually shorter and there's more than one. And then the exams and lab quizzes are spaced out throughout the semester. And there's a total of 800 points in this class. So each week on the tentative class schedule, you'll see the full list of the topic, the dates, and the readings you need to do for that week, as well as if there is a quiz or exam due that week. And I'll also be posting about what assignments are due each week in the weekly announcements. All right, so when you're contacting me for this class, make sure you put that you're an Anthro 101 and list your name. And keep in mind that I have other students, so it does take me time to respond to each student's email. If you would like to speak with me over Zoom, feel free to attend the Zoom office hours. Keep in mind these are not private meetings. Any student can come to them. All right. In terms of the participation and attendance policy, there is no attendance taken for this class. It's fully online. But I measure participation based off of if you're turning in the assignments. So if you're not turning in the work, you might be dropped from the class. So make sure you reach out to me if for some reason you're missing assignments, especially the first couple weeks of the class. All right, that's pretty much it for reviewing the syllabus. Let's go into what an average week would look like in your first week of the semester. So you should be starting here at the welcome section and looking at the syllabus video like you are now. And then for week 1, I'll go through, you should be able to just click next. You can either download the reading or open it as a web page and read it that way. And then there's extra resources to learn more about certain topics. There's the discussion board. And then there is the quiz. And lastly, you'll have the lab activity, which for this week will be on the scientific method. And that's the general layout for each week. Keep in mind that all quizzes and exams need to be taken on your desktop or laptop computers because they do not display properly on your cell phone. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me via email, and I hope we have a great semester together.